We are making vegan vanilla cupcakes. And I am joined by the David Payne.
One and only.
One and only. My name is Paul Tran, and this is Paul Tran, Bigger Man. So I'm here with David Payne, fellow YouTuber in DC, Washingtonian. That's what we're called.
Washingtonian, DC, YouTuber, whatever you want to call it.
So you asked me about making vegan cupcakes.
I did. The day before, I actually saw a Netflix documentary, What the Health? And it's a 2-hour long documentary about the meat industry, and I was so turned off by it. Not by the meat eating, but the fact that this nonsense is going on in our country. So I decided to do vegan for a couple weeks to see if I like it or not.
How's it been going?
It's a struggle. I like meat. I like the chicken burritos. I like the chicken curry with rice and the sweet sauce. It's kind of hard to give up meat completely.
Maybe you can parse it down slowly.
Well, they talk about this in What the Hell too. They talk about moderation, how it's almost impossible to just do things in moderation. It's still bad for you.
Yeah.
Which I do believe. I mean, you can't just smoke a cigarette once a week and say I'm doing it in moderation. It's still bad.
But if you go from 7 or once a day to once a week, and then you keep reducing it down.
I could try that. I could really try that. We'll see.
Some people do meatless Mondays first and then stretch it on from there.
I could try that. There's also tofu as well.
There is tofu.
That's a good substitute.
I do like my tofu.
Yeah.
I have not seen this documentary, but I'm going to trust everything you're telling me.
Yeah. If you like eating meat, you probably shouldn't watch it.
So, have you ever baked before?
In elementary school, probably.
How exciting. So it's been a while. So
yeah, it's been a very long time.
The very first thing you need to do is that you take a cup and a half or 350 milliliters of some sort of non-dairy milk. I have almond milk here. You can use cashew milk or soy milk or whatever you like. And then pour in a vinegar. Just a teaspoon of vinegar. It could be lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, white vinegar, whatever you have. So I have a stick or half a cup of vegan butter. If you remember from my butter video, I'll link to it here. Then basically this is going to be a whole bunch of just vegetable oil and soy with a little bit of food coloring that just goes into it. And we're going to take this, it's half a cup or 112 grams, one stick, and 1 cup or 198 grams of granulated sugar. And we're just going to cream those together. Would you like to do the honors? We're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and this almond milk and vinegar substance. Just do a little bit at a time, just so it doesn't go splashy all over. So at this point, we actually lose sound. So I'm really sorry for this, subscribers. What we're doing here is that we're scraping down the bowl, and then I'm whisking together the dry parts of the ingredients. So it's 2 cups or 240 grams of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a teaspoon of salt. So just whisk all that together. So I'm going to put in about a third, just so that it doesn't explode everywhere while David whips it up. It's pretty well combined, so I'm putting other part. Now for the final part. I'm actually positive that we're telling some really great jokes, and this is all gold, and just can't hear any of it. We're laughing so much, I wonder what we're actually laughing about. Do one final scrape of the bowl to make sure that everything's well distributed. I lined a cupcake pan with some standard cupcake liners. I'm gonna use a standard ice cream scoop to just scoop evenly into each liner. About 3/4 of the volume is all you need. I like a scoop because then you have even amounts in every cupcake liner. This is David's first time doing this, but he certainly looks like a pro. Preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, 190 degrees Celsius, or gas mark 5. We're going to put it into the oven for 15 minutes and then rotate it for another 3 to 8 minutes. I'll use a toothpick to test one of the middle cupcakes. If it comes out clean, we'll know that it's all baked. Look how beautifully rounded these cupcakes are. And the tester came out clean. I used the extra batter to make a little cake. You can see that there at the bottom. So these cupcakes need to cool completely. Otherwise, whenever I make the icing, they will just absorb it. And so we don't want that, because that just creates like a kind of a disgusting cupcake. I'm not sure what I'm doing there, but it looks like I'm describing something about milking a cow, maybe. So basically I'm doing the American buttercream recipe that is fantastic, but I'm using the vegan butter. So I'm gonna use half a cup or 112 grams of vegan butter, and it's softened to room temperature. David's just gonna whip this up real quick, and then I'm gonna put in 2 cups or 224 grams of confectioner's sugar. So we're creaming together just a little bit at a time, just so the sugar doesn't explode everywhere. I have a teaspoon of vanilla extract and a tablespoon of non-dairy milk. And we're just going to whip this until it's well combined. Now this is not going to get as fluffy as American buttercream will, and that's unfortunate. And it's because we're using non-dairy milk instead of cream. Cream will set up and create like a really nice structure, which you can't get here. But it'll still create a really nice glaze because we are doing 2 parts of sugar to 1 part of butter. So it's still going to turn out just great. Just watching this video again is actually making my mouth water. I remember exactly what this tasted like, and it was pretty phenomenal, y'all. That's pretty much as fluffy as it's going to get. So I'm going to finish, or I'm going to let the cupcakes finish cooling down, and then I'll just do a quick icing on a few of them so that we can get to eating them. Got a few iced up and ready to go. Actually, do you want to eat one right now?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
What would you like?
What's this one? Yeah.
Okay.
Moment of truth.
I smell sugar.
You gonna go first?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Clink.
It's not
I
bad.
love that texture. It is so light and fluffy. Like, that is beautifully
Very
cakey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a huge letdown, despite it being vegan. I really do believe that this is a recipe that you have to try out.
I feel like I could tell you the difference. It may just be me just knowing that it's vegan butter, but I find it to be very, very, very tasty. It is such a beautiful texture.
It really is.
It's so cake, light, fluffy, cake-like. So I'm very pleased by this. You did a great job.
Thank you. And like I said, it's really hard to taste the difference. At least for me. I'm sure Paul can taste the difference. But cupcakes without milk, it is doable. It is possible.
I used almond milk, but you use any kind of non-dairy milk that you want.
Coconut milk.
Yep. Soy milk
Even.
cashew milk.
But the almond milk certainly does have sugar in it, so I guess it does give it a little bit of a kick.
I use unsweetened almond milk.
Okay.
I never go for like the vanilla almond milk or any of the flavored ones. So that might be actually really important to point out.
There we go.
Yeah. Where can we find you online?
You can find me on Instagram at David PIDD3, David Pity 3.
I'll link to it in the show notes.
And then you can also find my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
In the description below.
How would you describe your channel?
Vlogs, video essays, a little bit of everything, social experiments, and more to come.
I don't think I've seen any of the social experiments yet.
Not yet.
I might have missed those. That's exciting for me.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Because obviously I do experiment with my friends on this channel.
I'm one of the third features from the DC YouTubers meetup. So if you're local in the area, please join. And maybe we'll catch up over coffee.
Yeah. Actually, I will post to the DC YouTuber meetup for this video also. Just so that, like, if you are a local DC person, come say hi. Because we'll get to hang out and do things. Like, I'm about to go on David's channel to talk about what?
Well, we're going to talk about how you got started.
Okay.
Why you have a baking channel. And any suggestions and tips for any YouTubers who are interested in starting a baking channel.
Oh.
Well, I'm putting you on the spot.
Oh, let's think about that.
You got a lot to think about.
I do.
More to come.
So I'm also going to link to that video also, so hopefully y'all will get to see that next. So please like the video, please subscribe, and also I'm probably going to start, or like I will be doing live videos, so please click that bell so that you get notifications when I start a live video, because then you can talk to me directly, and I would love to chat with y'all.
A lot of shiny. A lot of shine. That's what I'm gonna kind of hate.
I'm shinier now than I was earlier, but